Hello and welcome into SorareAndrews, brought to you by Sorare Data and still not sponsored by a wallet company whose name rhymes with bridge. I am Andrew Lairdinho. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Joined as always by Andy Black, ABlack86. Andy, still waiting for that phone call.
It's going to happen someday.
I think so.
Or a competing wallet company will reach out and maybe, I don't know.
I'm open to all offers at this point, to be honest, as is the money and the credit cards loosely sitting in my pocket right here.
What if it's like a paperclip company and they're like, hey, we'd like to sponsor the show?
I'm in. Yeah,
Nice.
Let's do it. Are there like actual paperclip companies as opposed to just like companies that sell paperclips?
I think that there's companies that dedicate their entire existence to paperclips.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Well, if they're out there, get in touch. I've got some money that needs to be clipped. Let's do it. Anyway, we're here today, to talk about the new cards. And just before we started, you were like, hey, so have you bought like any of the new cards? And I'm like, Andy, this is what we're talking about today. We're on topic right away, but we haven't actually started yet. So Andy,
I was so excited.
I know. To answer your question, no. And then you were like, they have like new Midland cards. You know what the problem is, Andy? It doesn't help me. I need the old ones for my collection. I need vintage Midland cards now.
That is weird to think about. Like you're not incentivized at all to buy new cards.
Yeah, like they're like, hey, go replace all of the cards that you have with new ones.
So you can get that 5% bonus.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not interested in getting brand new ones. I will say though, that the new uniques look like they were designed just for Midland. Like the Midland ones are absolute fire. I love them. And I'm just not even remotely close to being able to afford one. But I like them. Yeah,
I agree. They look like they were designed for that club. Like the colors, I guess the colors that come across like the front of the kit match the back. It's kind of cool.
They're really cool.
There's a Christopher. Yeah,
it's exactly where I was going. Oh wait, is it on auction right now? It is, right?
Yeah, it's on auction.
Let's pull it up. Let's see what it looks like. Just so that everyone listening can guess what we're looking at, and everybody watching can actually see it. Man, it's nice. That's really nice.
You should buy it.
I would like to own it. I don't want to buy it though. Ooh, I forgot that they did this little like. Is this 3D?
It like wants to turn over, so
do I need my glasses?
Okay, I'm gonna jump right into the 3D discussion. Since you brought it up. Is 3D just backs? Because I think people think that 3D means like
hologram.
I'm trying to see if I have.
I was gonna say I couldn't find my glasses either. Yeah.
I have 3D glasses down here somewhere, and I was gonna pop them on, and I forgot to do it. But I think some people think that it's like the card's gonna pop off the screen and do something. I think that it's gonna turn over as 3D.
So Trippin' B was the first one that I saw like put that out, and he was like, yeah, 3D just means the back. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And I'm like, oh no, he very much could be right. Like that is literally like, oh, although the side is one of the dimensions, right?
On the side. Only other thing that I've considered is that background that they have. It's got like a lot of different things going on. And if you remember the magic eyes that were real popular in the 90s, like if you stare at it long enough and slowly move away, the image pops off the screen. We might have a magic eye situation here.
Is that good? Is that what we want?
Or it's like one of those optical illusions where you stare at it long enough, like the background starts moving, you know?
What about if you like any card on the platform, you stare at it long enough and it just looks like Mbappe. And then it feels like we all have Mbappe cards.
Sure.
No?
People will start buying Christopher thinking it's Mbappe. Yeah.
Right.
Seems great.
Mike Batson said 3D means another microtransaction to buy the glasses from the club shop, which fair play to them. I'm in. I want them.
It's so special Sorare branded glasses. Only those glasses will actually show the 3D on the cards. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But it'll actually say 3 and then D on the bottom, like we have playoffs.
Yeah.
Go Sorare NBA.
I feel like Sorare struggles with like they need a special person in charge of fonts and like the sizing of lettering so that it fits properly on the screen. Like what if that was mid and then fielder underneath it? Would you feel any better?
Am I a D in capitals? Because it's like that's what we're used to, and then fielder in all lowercase underneath.
I feel like it was a weird choice to put the position in italics because that's what it looks like. It's just in italics.
It's also a different font than the name, and I think every other font on the it's definitely different than the FCM in the top. And yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get it. I also made this comment. I think you are where I made this comment. But every time I look at the Sorare logo right in the middle, I'm like, is that a belly button? But it's not with some players, but some of them you're just like, no, that's exactly where it would be. I think it's a little low for Olsen. You can use your imagination of what else it could be.
Well, if he turns around, it could definitely be his butthole.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that was the initial reaction to the new Sorare logo when it came out a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. I will say that I was a bit surprised that they haven't come out with a Medium post about why we should like the cards. Like, I feel like they go into the whole, like, when the NBA, was it the NBA cards? It was definitely Spoon. So I don't know if it was baseball or not, but there was like that whole video of like, and it does this and an homage to this. And and I need to be told why I like this card.
Guys, I can't wait to show you the new cards for 2023. I miss Spoon, man. I miss him.
I will say another thing that I noticed on the cards, which I'm going to try to pull up here. Let's see, we have it. Here it is. We'll pull up my boy, Robert Lubicic. That they have like the cool league logo. And I think it's just this logo that kind of looks like you're like, wait, can you just like move it over a little bit? But I think it's actually centered because of the way that like this is actually centered. But I don't know. Something about it that throws me off. Do you like them more today than you did yesterday?
I actually don't have a strong opinion about them. I think there's some weird things that people have pointed out, like the font being different for the position. I don't really know what the design thing in the background is. Like, what am I looking at here? What are those like little pyramids?
I think it's just something fancy. It's just fancy. That's what it is.
Yeah. I think it's kind of dumb.
Victor said, isn't the position the first serif font outside of Legends? I'll be honest, I'm not a font guy. So yes, I don't know what that means. Pretty much is how I'll put it. I will say that I don't love the color. Like, it feels like the old, like they're going from yellow, which I think was supposed to be gold, and this feels more like mustard. But when you hover over, it's like, oh, I actually like the lighter, like the highlighted or spotlighted yellow.
Yeah.
Matt Hay said it's a kaleidoscope.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
I think every year we're closer to a Dijon mustard color.
Right.
Just wait a couple more years.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Let's go back to do we get 3 Olsen here? Honeycomb, this one has the one of, maybe his new limited hasn't come out yet. Mike said the backgrounds is to give epileptics a regular fit. Harsh.
Seems bad.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't do that. And Germ said these are just placeholders, so I'm sure updates will be made before final product. So that actually reminds me. There was a tweet from, I think it was our friend Taco Slayer, who was asking about whether the metadata is going to switch when they go from 2D to 3D. And Brian O'Hagan was like, no, it's not. Don't worry. I don't really know what that means, but does that matter?
I don't really know either. I mean, every card has a link to like a IPFS image, like image picture. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that link will just change to whatever the new one is. I don't know if that's what he was saying. I didn't read it.
You didn't read the tweet?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, how can you call yourself a regular Sorare guy and not read every tweet that's...
If I didn't read all the tweets, yeah.
Unbelievable. Let me see if I can find it. But it was something like that. It's like, I mean, again, I'm not an NFT guy. I don't know what these mean. I'm just here to play fantasy football, man.
Yeah, I mean, like the images were never on the blockchain. The images don't exist on the blockchain. They're on a website. They're stored. I think they're like backed up to IPFS. So Star saying if the metadata changes effectively, they're burning the 2D card. Yeah, I don't think they're doing that. I wouldn't imagine.
Blue Tomato said you thought you were our crypto guy, but again, this is blockchain like image.
I thought that was HG. HG should be the blockchain guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's fair. Like the data daddy, blockchain boy.
This is the original tweet from Taco Slayer. Can someone explain how this process will work, meaning the 2D to 3D? Is the metadata on the original NFT that was minted going to be changed, or will the 2D NFT be burned, swapped for a new NFT, but in 3D, which is exactly what...
they're going to evolve. They're like Pokemon.
ZM Star was saying. Right. And here's the answer. There will be no blockchain element tied to the 3D elements just yet. It's a lot of element usage. The NFT metadata for the 2023-24 cards contain the 2D picture. And this won't change with the 3D element that is displayed on Sorare's front end. So that makes it sound to me like the NFT itself is not 3D at all.
That sounds...
And it's just
tend to agree.
Like Sorare. Oh, how about this? Sorare, the website, is our 3D glasses.
God damn it. Sure, Laird, yes.
Isn't that exactly what it is? He's like, no. Your card's 2D. It's in it's in the blockchain, whatever the hell we were just saying. But don't worry, when you see it on our website, 3D.
You gonna buy Jeremy Doku now that he's at Man City? Manuel said, Rico said that it's official.
No, I wasn't buying him before. I'm not gonna buy him now. Just get away from Julian Alvarez. Victor, to go back to the font thing, a serif is a decorative stroke that finishes off the end of a letter's stem, sometimes also called the feet of the letters, in case you really wanted to know, Laird. I really wanted to know. In fact, let's pull up these feet. Why can't I pull this up here? Hold on. I zoomed too much. It won't let me what was it again? Finishes off the end of the letter. So like the F is kind of like a little curly there. I don't know, man. I think it's dumb. I'm not going to lie. I did see somebody make a comment. They were like, wait, just make it like italics. Use italics and we'll be fine. Everyone will love it. I haven't even looked at the auctions at all. I realized that if I looked, I would start bidding, and I didn't really want to buy any of these cards. Have you looked at all to buy them?
No. Do you know are the prices higher on these cards than like secondary market prices or lower?
Literally the only card I know of that that sold that I heard people talk about the price was, I feel like there should be some like drumbeat or something, was in the Sorare Scandinavia Discord talking about this guy, Sander Tangvik, who is a U23 goalie for Rosenborg, who's like recently started playing. And there was like a decent, so like his cards haven't sold that much recently, but he's like newly starter. And you can see the floor here is like 0.358 ETH. What is that in dollars? 591. And the 1 of 100 went for 379. So I think people were like way overpricing the cards. And then this first one snuck through, but it's literally the only card I've really looked at in terms of new ones. I don't know if like the new, like how many of these cards that came out. So it was what? Austrian Bundesliga, whatever the Croatian league is called, Rosenborg, and Midtjylland. Despite Midtjylland being involved here, and no disrespect to the other clubs, I don't think most people were dying for these cards. Like I think we're looking more for like the Eredivisie or the Jupiler, as weird as that sounds, and then the Champion Europe ones. I don't know. Do you think the Champion Europe cards will have this design? I only ask because like the America, even like MLS was different than Argentina, and those were different than K League and J League. So like,
I've got a scoop. When we were at the MLS All-Star game, the guy that worked for Sorare, I don't know his name, but he was like, yeah, I think every league or every something is going to have their own like design or design aspect. I don't know if that's every league or what, but so I think that there's going to be a lot of different designs. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't care that much about the design, to be honest. I care more about I take that back. I'll walk that back. I care about the design, but I'm not good at like describing or criticizing what I think they can do better.
That's fair.
Because I really don't know what good design is. I just know that when I see something that I like it. But I'm not good at figuring out why I like I don't know why something is appealing to me. If that makes sense at all.
I think it makes total sense. Absolutely. And it's the reason why some people are like, oh, these cards are great. And other people are like, I hate them. And my initial response was that I didn't like them. And somebody said to me, they were like, just give it a few days and you'll be fine with it. It hasn't even taken out. Like they're fine. They are what they are. Never once have I bought a card because I'm like, that looks really cool. And so I don't know. It's fine.
Do you think though that everything is too much the same? Or should we have more things that are quote unquote special?
Like 3D?
Yeah, but everything's going to be 3D.
Oh, that's true.
All of the new ones. What if they were like only odd mints are going to be 3D or something where there is like, and that's a stupid way to do it, but or only the rewarded ones, or if there was some way of course they wouldn't do that because financial reasons, but I like the idea of there being like different designs and not just squares instead of triangles in the background. Like that's how about different colors or different borders or different, like just little, I don't know. Not a designer.
I think that whole thing of how they had like 4 different background designs from last year was one of the biggest swing and misses I've ever seen. Like nobody cares. Yeah. And like, I think it's actually 0 people care. And I would love it if anyone in chat or if anyone's watching this later, if you know of a gallery that like only collects one of those backgrounds, let me see if
I'm a triangle guy.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like that's what I want to know if anyone does that. Let me see here. Because there was like, this like kind of leathery one, and then this one is some dots. I don't even know what this one is. And then there's scribbles.
They're just all they're all pretty much the same. The design's really not different on any of those.
I mean, these aren't the same, Andy. Look, this has diagonal lines that are different widths. And this is, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah.
It's like a gear.
Yeah, Sam said it best. No one cares. No one cares. But nobody cares.
But they like made a deal of it. And I think literally 0 people care. And, that was perfect timing for Rigomon. My favorite is the league logo background like MLS. And then these guys show up. Philip Quinton, and I don't know who this guy is. I agree. No one cares, but I do love these MLS ones. Ryan Walter said, aren't all the La Liga ones the same? So if you picked a design, doesn't mean that you couldn't have players from a different league. Are they really? The La Liga ones are all the same? I don't think that's right. But maybe it is. I don't know. No, they're not. Yeah, I don't know. I saw it just seemed funny how big of a deal they made it and then not. So the design thing that you brought up went to a point I wanted to make, and it reminded me of it. So thank you for that. But I'm terrible at design, like designing things myself. So anything on Sorare data has nothing to do with it.
I think most men are, right? We're just
maybe. We have 2 designers, both men, at Sorare Data, and they're incredible. And the way that they can see something and then like make it blows me away. And obviously, I mean, they went to school for this stuff, so it's a specialty. I get it. So almost everything that has to do with design now around Sorare, I wait to find out what they think first. Like I obviously know what I think because I see it and I know how I feel. But then when Aurelian and Vincent say like, oh, I like that, or no, I don't, whatever it is. I don't think that they would have designed the cards this way. That's how I would put it. But they did have some like positive things to say about it. But the font thing, I think, is really throwing people off. And I don't get it. I really don't get I don't know. ZM Star said, going back to what Andy was saying, it should be mint runs with different designs. First 10%, next 30%, next 50%. I was actually wondering, what if, and it seems like they've completely given up on the fantastic design element that they had from the first year of baseball cards, where it was like jersey mints and one-ofs were like spotlighted on the card.
Or just in bold. You can bold them.
It looked great. And they've completely given up on it since then. I think they definitely did it for NBA too. And it was like, that's exactly what we should be highlighting. Like exactly. Yeah. I wonder if I have one. Definitely have one. For those of you who are unaware, I don't think they ever did it with football cards, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So I will say that the thing that they did miss on with the NBA cards. So this is like a jersey mint. So you can see here the 41 of 5,000. Please don't get angry about the 5,000 thing. We'll have that conversation. We've had those conversations before, but they don't have the jersey number on the card. Like this one, it's the jersey mint but like other ones, they actually don't even have the jersey number on it, which I think is kind of weird. But is what it is. But I think that that's something they should bring back. And it doesn't look like they've done it with the new football cards. I don't think. Maybe somebody can show me one where they did. There's certainly not the 1 of 1,000s or 1 of whatevers are not highlighted at all. What did Clement say here? Now we have the collection at the core and the serial is hidden between 2 borders. I mean, it's not hidden. I mean, we can see it, right? It's right here.
Man, that's tough to see.
It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I am curious about like the different, again, I would love a video or Medium post explaining the design elements, because sometimes you're just like, oh, that's really cool. Because even like up here on the top of the card, like the kaleidoscope is like, it looks like there's something, it's different here. If you had to, this is going to be such a stupid question. This is a place for that. When I'm not even going to even say it as a question, I'm just going to tell you what I think. When I saw this card with like this, like I was like staring at this card and like these shapes and like how it's done. And I thought to myself, if this card was like in physical form, including like the, I don't want to say 3D elements, but like literally if it was a printed card, this looks like it's made out of rubber. Like that's how I look.
When you were thinking about all this, how high were you?
Not at all. High on Sorare, Andy. 24/7, high on Sorare. No, doesn't it look like it could be rubber? I'm sure they think it should be like gold. But anyway, so I noticed like the gradient in this little V shape here from dark to light. And then it's like light to dark on this side up here on kind of the rubber background. I did think that the rookie card gradient was weird. I wonder if I can't think of where of a rookie card. Actually, does the market show us? Let's see. I never go to the market now. Let's see. Rare. Can we get like a special card edition rookie card? Here we go. Let's see what we got. So there we go. Victor Damjanic. But it seems like the gradient just kind of like, it's like such a harsh break. Like it's not really a gradient, it feels like. But I don't know. Mickey Foods said they've gone too far with the bevel and emboss functionality. Maybe. I don't know what that really means, but
I trust you.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Hay wants us to bring out his tier list of cards. I don't know if you saw that on Twitter. I guess he has ranked all of the card designs based on tiers.
Matt did?
Yes.
Yeah. If somebody could drop that link in the chat, I will happily pull it right up.
I think it was.
I did not see this.
It was a reply to our show announcement on Twitter.
Oh, well, I know where that is. What was I going to say? I will say that I think my opinion on the best design cards has recently changed. Finally. Let's see. Where's Matt? Oh, yeah. Oh, but this is just for the 20. Yeah, these are just the new ones, though. That's not like all of them. Is this the tweet you meant? Yeah. First off, Matt, thank you for putting all that together. So I think the Asia uniques are awesome. Even the super rares are really cool. Like I really like this design, but particularly with those two. And I think the MLS all across, I actually love all of these. All of the MLS, I like the South America ones. And I'm not there yet with the new European cards other than Midtjylland uniques. And I'll get there, I know, but I don't know. I thought this was ranking like all of the cards they've ever had, because I meant that my opinion on that has recently changed.
Yeah, I really like the rookie card designs on, like that year. I thought they did a really good job with.
Agreed.
They look nice. And someone was saying that they may not have rookie cards this year, or they have not seen one yet.
Yeah, no, we haven't. I mean, this is one right here. I just pulled one up, didn't I?
Oh.
Yeah, they have them. Let's see.
I think I like it less.
We're all professional designers now. Atri says, sticking to black text on the limiteds in the Americas cards and black for other scarcities made sense. Don't know why they've changed this. Yeah, so they've gone to white from black.
Oh, yeah, weird.
I'm sorry, they've gone from black to white.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't say I noticed that. but you're right. But it's also just the limiteds that have been that way for the 2023 cards.
Yeah. They're not going by the mantra, once you go black, you never go back. They decided to change that, and it's disappointing.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't believe we just went there.
Facts, man. Facts.
Okay. Vita said, yeah, they're definitely more, the new limiteds are more orangey than they are yellow. Black on yellow is 100% the way to go for contrast. Somebody mentioned, I think it might have been Germ actually earlier, about the blue, like the blue jerseys on the super rares is a little tough for those who are colorblind. I'm not colorblind, so I'm not sure, but I imagine that's a tough one. I will say that my favorite card is and for some reason it doesn't apply for Jonas Lassel, who
look at that balance. What are we going to do with that balance?
I'll show you exactly what I'm trying to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a secret for now. I'll give one hint. We're not remotely close. Shockingly. But like we said, that the cards were made for Midtjylland. It's almost like they stole the Midtjylland kaleidoscope. Like the Midtjylland jersey is not a kaleidoscope, but you have to look like 3 times, and you're like, wait, is that the same? It's
yeah.
I kind of like this card a lot. I have no use for this card, but I might buy one at some point. Not for $157 though. Anyway.
Only in Sorare can you have a guy that's living in Connecticut or New York upstate or wherever you're at, I don't know.
Sure.
And you're obsessed with this team in where are they?
Denmark.
Somewhere Denmark. Yeah. It's so bizarre that you're like so obsessed.
Totally agree. I got nothing against it. Yeah,
I don't have an issue with that. I just think it's really funny.
Does the distance from where I am, actually, you know what? I'm going to look it up as well. But
I think the impossibility for you to watch them play a game. Like, have you ever been able to watch them play like a league game?
Oh yeah.
How?
One football. Like a legal stream, no less.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I take it all back.
Yeah. Get out of here with that. Midtjylland's huge, massive, man. Come on, we got streams all over the place. No, I was gonna say, is the distance from where I am to Denmark any different than like you to Atlas or Santo, like other clubs that you have been obsessed with that are really nowhere near you?
They're on my continent.
So?
I can walk there.
I mean, all right. Ryan Walter says Midtjylland's on Paramount Plus. You got that. You could watch it today. You could watch Midtjylland today.
What time do they play?
I thought they played in like an hour. I don't even know what time it is now.
It's 1:30 your time.
Yeah, I thought they played. Yeah, they play in 30 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
26 minutes. Excuse me.
So have you not looked at their lineup and stuff?
I haven't.
Isn't that like really important to your Sorare game week?
I mean, I guess, but like me checking it doesn't do anything that exciting. Let me see.
What? Are you like the only manager that doesn't check lineups as soon as they come out, just to see if your guys are in or out? Or
do you know why I don't do it? Because of the number of times I have played Paulo Diaz only to see him not in the lineup, that it's like the upside is relief and the downside is dread. And if the upside is only relief, then I'm just like, I'll just wait till the game starts.
So you check the lineups when the game starts?
No, like when I turn the game on, I'm like, oh, so-and-so's in, great. Yeah, no, I realize this is very like not, yeah.
Do you know all your lineups in your head? So like when you see, like when you turn the game on, you're like, oh, look at all these guys playing. Do you know which guys are in which lineups together inside of your head, or do you have to go look at Sorare data?
I know, like I pretty much this midweek, I really only have 2 reasonable ones, and I know which cards are in those. Yes. Yeah. Well, here, I'll show you. I have this one with Lasso, Paulinho, and Olsen. So they're all starting. And Tadic is currently playing. Somehow they scored a goal. He wasn't involved. And Challenger Rare Pro with Hans.
With the Lord. Love to see it.
Yeah.
But do you have other guys scattered in other lineups?
Yep. I got 3 of them here in Cap 240, which is pretty much likely dead, but not completely. Jordan Larson, huge letdown this week. And actually, Lampe was a huge favorite, and they lost. That's that lineup. I have Garden here, but this lineup's dead too.
Lampe didn't make a save the entire game.
Yeah, but he
one shot on target. Yeah, and he conceded.
Yeah. Oh, Marco Gruhl scored. How about that? That guy's an absolute donkey. I can't believe he scored. And so, and I'm going to win All-Star Limited.
Ooh, it's the Lord's birthday today? That's what David Alves is saying. Man. I'm going to have to, get out the rosary or something and say 150 Hail Marys, because I did not know it was the Lord's birthday today. Got to go confirm that.
Yeah, you might want to. ZMStar's right. I'm the only Sorare player who doesn't watch games and doesn't really play. I do play a lot of Sorare. But you're right. I don't watch that many games. Oh, yeah. Germ said it was a penalty for Gruhl. At least he still has those. Thank God. Germ, you're not wrong about this. He said Laird sets lineups and immediately looks forward to the next game week. Once the deadline passes, there's nothing I can do about my lineups. Me watching a match and not watching doesn't affect what happens, I don't think. I'm now staring at this screen. I'm sorry for those who are listening, and realizing that 2 of my 4 Midtjylland guys have the same background, and now I want the other background for the other 2. Damn it!
So you don't get the entertainment value out of sweating your players, sweating a game.
It's the least exciting part of the game for me, literally.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did you play other fantasy sports like a fantasy NFL league or anything?
Sure.
And would you watch those games?
Well, I don't play it anymore, but I used to. Yes, and I used to watch as much NFL as I could. But
so you had Red Zone or NFL Ticket or something.
Yeah. So ZM Star said Laird must be great at parties. See, I'm fun at parties because I'm not stuck watching the TV. I am the party.
Is it because you have family and you have kids, and on the weekends? I'm trying to make excuses for you for this blasphemy.
I mean, as a family, we all watch Midtjylland. So that's no, I'm just kidding about that.
Kid gets off the bus from school.
I'm not completely kidding about that, because my son is like, "Hey, Midtjylland's on today." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, they are." I don't actually say that to him, but he does. He is like, "Oh, they're on today." Like, he woke up this morning and was like, he has the Sorare Data app on his phone. And so he's like, hey, he was giving me updates on our baseball lineups. I'm like, all right, whatever. And he's like, you're doing terribly this game week in soccer. And I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, wait, nobody's played yet. And he's like, oh, Midtjylland plays today. And I'm like, exactly. Yeah, let's go.
Nice.
Yeah. Charlie was asking if I have their kit yet. I don't. I do like last year's kit more than this year's. But I also don't. Well, yeah, I don't have one is the answer. No. I don't have a ton of jerseys anyway. In fact, the most recent jersey I have is the one that Andy's wearing right now, and Jimmer bought it for me.
Oh, what a prank. What a prankster.
I got to lose a little more weight for that to fit like it should. No, I realize how absurd it is that I don't sweat my lineups, but I never really did it. Like with DFS also, I hated watching. And the worst is that, so this is why I really don't like it, is really when it comes down to it, all of our best outcomes in game weeks rely on our goalies not conceding, and watching that sucks. Like just anything that happens, you're just like, no, okay, make a save, but don't. It's just awful. It's 90 minutes of squeaky bum time.
Have you been watching Messi at all?
Yes, that's awesome. But I'm not like, I have a Messi, and very little of it is like when he scores, I'm just like, wow, like, because it seems like everything he does is just great, and I'm not like, sweet, now I'm moving up in All-Star. Like, it's almost because, and you said this to me previously, that when you have Messi, instead of counting how many points he scores, you're more concerned with how far away from 100 he is.
Yeah.
And so like he scores and I'm like, oh great. But it's also like, I'm expecting him to have a huge score. So like him scoring.
He's still only on 70. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. And so but I'm also just like not watching Messi in my mind of, oh, my lineup is doing well because Messi's doing well, because Messi always does well. And so really, if I'm watching, and the only time I'm thinking of my lineup is if he's having like a bad game, which doesn't happen often. He had a horrible game the other day where he only had like 68 or something like that. And I don't know. So like, I feel like Messi's in a different category. And I don't know. I feel like I'm disappointing like everyone who's listening and watching, but sorry.
No, it's fun to hear about how other people like ingest, I don't know, their game week or go about their game week. I sweat all of the games that come on like in the evenings, because usually that's like my best free time.
Sure.
And then at work, if it's like a super important game to my game week, I might like sneak it up on another screen somewhere and try to like catch a few minutes of it. But yeah, it's like especially right now, like once Champions League and Europa and all this stuff comes back, there's a lot of games on during the week while we are actively working our day jobs. And it's just like a lot of times it's like in a meeting and I get a little Sorare data notification. It's like, everybody's like, why is he smiling?
Yeah.
Because my guy on Michelin just scored a goal.
Yeah. Because some random dude in Denmark just put the ball in the back of the fucking net. Let's go. Apologies for swearing. So I'm glad Ryan brought this up. So Nep and I talked about this earlier this week, and he was like, we went from Nep complaining about not getting points for interceptions with their head to Laird admitting he doesn't watch the games. What a whirlwind of a week. So Nep was saying that the problem with watching games is you end up getting, like, you're watching and you know, like, oh, that should be some more points, or that should be some points. And then you go and like, maybe they miss it, or they didn't, your player doesn't get those points. Or at some point they're on like an 85 because they got a triple, and then they lose a duel, and then they come crashing down because they went from a triple to a triple double, or maybe they lose that. And he was like, it's just such an up and down thing. Whereas if I don't watch the game and I just see at the end, like, oh, he had 67. That's great. Yeah, sweet. Let's go. Not having no idea that he was on 890 at one point and went all the way back down. And I don't know. I'm just here for the fantasy points that I get.
You guys did talk a little bit about artificial intelligence and AI, and there are some cool things, like especially with like youth sports. We have like our soccer club. Do you guys have video cameras?
Yes.
Have you seen how they work?
Like the camera itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like up in the sky, like.
Right. Yeah. But so what it does is it takes that footage and it uploads it to like their cloud, and then it uses AI to find all of the quote unquote moments in the game.
Yes. Yeah.
And
like splices them out for you.
Yeah. So it'll splice out goals. It'll splice out like I guess it can determine like chances because they'll look.
I was gonna say it knows
goals.
what a big chance created is.
Yeah, it knows like when the start of the game, the start of the half. Also, it's intelligent enough to follow the ball, so you have this huge wide angle, but it will cut down into this because it knows where the actual play is occurring at.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I think we're not that crazy far from like them developing that technology but with any of that like new innovative technology, they'll still probably have to be like a human. It's almost like the self-driving Tesla cars. You still have to have a human there just in case it breaks.
Would you watch a broadcast of a match that showed every fantasy point scored like as it happened? Meaning like a pass happens and it's like accurate pass plus 0.02 interception, and like you could watch it. Like, would you actually watch that, or would you find it incredibly awful and nobody would ever actually watch
that? How about this? It's like a separate channel or a slider. Like you're on Apple TV and you turn on Sorare mode and you click the Sorare mode and then it shows you the points as you're watching. Yeah, hell yeah, I'd turn that on.
Yeah. It could be as simple as like an Opta mode where you're just like, that's a tackle 1. And you sit there in your house and you're like, no way. Anyway.
Yeah. I always see things where I'm like, how is that? Like, I was sweating against, like, I was watching a guy that somebody else had last night in the LAFC game. It was
I do that all the time.
Lalas or whatever. No? Okay, whatever. And he made this like sliding, it looked like a tackle to me. And I was like, oh shit, he got 3 points. And I was waiting for it. It never showed up. I'm like, oh, I guess that wasn't a tackle. It was just a sliding duel. I don't know.
Did the ball go out of bounds, or did somebody else get it?
No, his teammate got the ball.
Oh, that's why.
Oh,
I think you have to win possession yourself for it to be a tackle 1. But as soon as that came out of my mouth, now I'm questioning it. But I think that's what it is.
Is it a duel then?
Might be a duel 1. Maybe. Blue Tomato says in Germany, we had this for one of the Bundesliga fantasy games. That was really cool. Like I could see it being one of those things that a lot of people watch at the start, and then by like 3 games in, everyone's like, this is really annoying. Just get that off the screen.
Did you ever watch hockey with the glowing puck and the streak behind it?
Yes.
That's that's kind of how I equated a little bit.
Was that effectively AI? Like they didn't have somebody there. Like
it was a chip in the puck. They put a chip inside the puck.
Oh, it was a chip. Oh, okay.
So that the camera knew that to light that area up, and then the chip also tracked how hard you hit the puck. So if you took a slap shot and it was 80 miles an hour, the streak that was behind the puck would be orange instead of red.
Yeah.
If you hit it over 100 miles an hour, then you had a red streak behind the puck.
That makes sense.
How about
somehow we don't do that with the NFL yet for first downs, but whatever.
Well, no, NFL has the Nickelodeon mode, right?
It's true. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just get that done. Simple as that. Maybe that'll save the K-League for Sorare at least.
I don't know. Well, I think that there's a little more to it than that. Maybe. I don't know.
Than getting slimed?
Yeah.
Oh well. What were we supposed to be? Oh, the new cards. I forgot what the topic was today. Really?
Yeah. So I've got a laundry list of cards that I want to buy. I'm not going to say who they are or what they are because I don't want to like make it harder for myself to get these. But I've been debating waiting. Like I could buy them for this coming game week, and I could just. I feel like I would overpay, or I could wait till they start auctioning them off. And I don't really care about new season, old season. I just want the best deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like all the best deals are on auctions right now.
Totally agree on that, actually. Well, other than these brand new ones, I think.
Are the brand new one? Well, we don't.
Yeah, I guess we don't. Yeah, I don't actually know.
I haven't looked at it. I don't know.
Well, again, I just don't think that the cards that are out now are ones that people were dying to get, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like they're not the higher profile leagues.
Like if they drop Byron cards tomorrow, we would see probably those cards sell at a higher.
I would think so, but I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up a. Here we go. So this is the one of for Marco Lavaja limited went much more than everything else. Some 1027. Yeah, I love when the number 4 is auctioned before the number 1. But anyway, so at least limited wise, they have popped. Rare, I don't think we have enough yet. So yeah, good question here from Wedaman. When have auctions not been the best deal? Which I think is true, because
anytime new season cards drop, usually you see those auctions being a little more expensive because they have the 5% bonus, and all the cards on the secondary market lost that 5% bonus.
And who does?
All the cards on the secondary market lose that bonus when the new ones come out.
Sorry, I thought you said. Yeah, never mind. Charlie said the 4 of 100 was a reward that came out early. Oh, that's why. Love that.
Classic.
The rewards delay, we were discussing it internally, and I was like, well, it's obviously because the new cards are in the prize pool, like in the distribution, and they shouldn't have been. And they just had to go through and make sure all of them were not new cards. Just missed one. Or a couple, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that probably was it, huh?
Sorry, that look on my face was. I just had an offer accepted
from Pile Trader. You gotta share it with us. You can't just have a look like that on your face and then not share what the deal was.
This is the Pavel immediate regret. But I bought an Adon super rare.
Oh man. Oh boy. What did you have to give up for him?
Yeah, I took it off the screen so I wouldn't have to show anyone.
I think we can just go look, right?
That is true. I gave up 3 rewards. A rare card I bought 2 years ago for $80, and another card that I got. Oh, actually, I'm going to do another design on these.
I like how you're trying to
I justify it. I know.
Yeah, make it okay.
Yeah.
You bought him 2 years ago for $80, but what's he worth now?
$350 or something like that. Yeah. Here, I'll bring it up. I don't think it's on Sorare data yet. We're probably still looking at it did that really happen? Oh, it is. And we're good.
Maybe it didn't pull the data over yet.
Oh yeah, it didn't. All right, I have it right here. Yeah, Germ is right. So Germ, this was not an instant accept from Pavel. We literally went back and forth 100 times, and I'm still regretting it. But anyway, I sent Ryan Gauld, Gustav Isaacson, Richarlison, Nozawa, and Brady rares, plus almost 0.3. So Gauld, I won.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I won Gauld, I won Richarlison, and I won Brady. Nozawa's the card I won for $80. And Isaacson I got in a trade with Sir Hiss, which is a Midtjylland card. Oh, Jersey Mint Midtjylland card that I gave up. Damn. Because I think Isaacson is now dust playing for Lazio. And if I need another one, another Jersey Mint, I'll just overpay for a Jersey Mint somewhere else. He was doing nothing for my collection other than the Jersey Mint. And I just have too many cards.
Johannaton said, "Can you cancel?"
Yeah. No, I can't. Like, honestly, I went back and forth like a bunch. So I had this deal originally. I think it didn't have Isaacson. I sold another card today that helped fund the ETH here. And I was talking to Gator Guy about it. And I was like, I sent an offer to Pavel. This was yesterday. This is how long I've been trying to get this card. I sent an offer to Pavel yesterday. I think he's going to reply. I didn't send any ETH, but I was like, he's going to reply, or I did the 0.0001. I said, I think he's going to request an absurd amount, like 0.05. Excuse me, 0.5?
0.5, yeah.
0.5. And he asked for 0.65. And I'm like, God, this guy is just killer. But yeah, I'm going to win All-Star Super Rare this weekend.
Well, and that's kind of where I was going to go with it is, like, let's not pretend like none of us have ate shit on a deal with Pile Trader because we didn't have ETH to just go out and buy the card that we wanted to buy.
I didn't eat shit on this. I'm going to win it.
No, that's fine. I mean, you clearly had to pay, what, 120% the value of a Don or something?
I mean, I probably paid like 200%, to be honest. But I will say Adon's rares were a lot higher than I thought than when I started this, which was kind of a bummer. But
it did Kawata stay?
Kawata stayed, yeah.
So that probably is a big reason you went and did this deal, right?
Yes. Yeah. So this is how I'm going to justify it, all for me. Richarlison, I have no use for Richarlison, so I was fine getting rid of him. Isaacson is the same way. Like the way I look at my cards generally is how important are they to my lineups? So that's why I was looking at this. Nozawa is, like I said, I've had it for 2 years. He's finally starting. And so I bought him for cheap and I sold him or I gave him away in this deal. Brady is currently hurt. He should be back soon, but who knows? And Gald has, and this is, I'm going to blame Gator Guy for this one, even though he was Gald Guy before. Gald has 8 straight away games coming up. And I'm like, oh, MLS guys can't score on the road. So I'll just get rid of them. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to win All-Star Super Rare this weekend.
8 straight away games?
It's something like that. Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Matt Hay said, if you're happy, it's all that counts. And here we go. Wedeman definitely dumped Gald. Vancouver is one of the worst road teams. So yeah, at Portland, at Chicago, at New York City, at Toronto, at Houston, at Salt Lake, at Colorado.
Huh.
Like their 2 home games for the rest of the season are St. Louis and LAFC. I don't want any part of that either. 2 home games the rest of the entire season.
Yeah.
Johannaton's asking why I went for a Don. It's because I have had Sporting guys for a while. Yeah, I'm in deep on a Sporting now at this point.
Team Adon.
The nice thing is that I now have Adon and Coates super rares and rares. So when they concede, I know that 2 of my lineups are just straight dead.
Well, you have the Coates limited as well. So why don't you just go out and get it? No?
No, I don't. No, he left with all of my other limiteds back in the day. I had Adon and Coates.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah. So yeah, this feels eerily similar to when I finally got a Paulo Diaz super rare, and it was like, this is a card I should have gotten a year ago, and I've finally gotten it, and it's probably just too late. Although I will say, I'm probably talking about this on off topic tomorrow, but I'm going to bring it up here anyway. So like I said, I've got this Paulo Diaz card way after I should have, but I've got, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 top 10 finishes with this card, which feels pretty good. Including that goal. There it is.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Interesting. I feel like he just randomly doesn't play too.
Yeah.
How do you win that much with a guy that just randomly doesn't play?
Well, he gets, I don't know.
A lot of heartbreak, I guess.
I've had the rare also, which has been like a pretty substantial card for me in the history of, including a Quinones rare that I didn't know I even won. Yeah. Even got your boy Berkey.
Do you still have him?
No. Nope. Traded that one away for. I was actually just thinking to myself the other day how I don't win that many goalies, and then realized I did win one. Let's see, what did I get?
They're just so easy to sell right away.
Yeah.
That you forget that you want them.
Yep. Yeah, Berkey for Manuel Pfeiffer and Dominic Fitz. I have no recollection why I did this.
Yeah.
But Fitz has been pretty good recently. So I've won some cards. Pablo saying Paolo's out for 3 weeks. I actually knew this. I knew he was hurt, so don't worry about it. In fact, I'll make the joke that I made in the Sorare Argentina Discord that he'll be back just in time for Mamana to like lock in the starting spot.
So can you explain to me what's going on with De La Cruz? Is he staying? Is he leaving? Is he going to Saudi Arabia?
Qatar.
Yeah. And is that's like done?
No, it's not. It's very much not done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He missed last week, I think, with a fever. Like he could play this weekend, I think. I haven't checked literally anything yet, but we still got some DLC in. Don't worry. Yeah, so that's how I sold my soul today.
We've all been there.
Let's see. Surface said, welcome to the Adon Super Rare and Coates Super Rare Holders Club. I think you, me, and Actor are the only members. That's really good company. Thanks, Sam. Is there like a special handshake or something?
No, I think you guys just get to start a DM together and you get to just talk and roster bait together.
I don't even know when they play next. They have a great matchup this weekend. It's Sunday, 3:30, where I'll win All-Star Super Rare and All-Star Rare.
Oh, so he's going directly into a lineup this week.
Oh, yeah. Andy, that's why I overpaid, because I need him right now.
I see.
Yeah, they're big favorites this weekend. Apologies for using American odds, but they're like minus 450 or something like that. Oh, yeah. That one concession, that one goal they give up when he makes no saves because they have 80% possession is going to be so killer.
Yeah, 89th minute.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what it'll actually be? He'll concede the penalty. Or no, Coates will concede the penalty. And then, yeah. Surface, I'm going to be playing, I think I'm going to play All-Star Super Rare. I haven't decided yet. Quinny did a video the other day about playing only reds and blues. No more rare pro. No more rare pro. And I'm
Quinny's not going to play.
A good idea, but it's something.
Because he was always like so into All-Star Rare Pro is like his go-to division.
I think All-Star Super Rare is his go-to now since Celtic. I think Celtic has a really good matchup this week too, which is kind of a bummer.
I guess that probably does. And he does have like some pretty good Super Rares, I think, from Celtic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does. And unique, or at least one. I don't know. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you guys could please like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny, who we were just talking about. I'll be back tomorrow on Off Topic, probably regretting everything I did today. Well, not everything, just this trade that I did. So we'll see. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Good luck this weekend. Go Sporting.